Aids to recall, mnemonic devices. Much of this material was taken from Rod Evans' Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge, the book of mnemonic devices. If you want additional examples of mnemonic devices, please see this delightful, entertaining book. Learning outcome. After reading through this module, you should be able to construct some mnemonic devices of your own to help you remember information crucial to your courses. Levels of thinking. Although college courses require higher level thinking skills, you must know the material before you can analyze or evaluate. You are frequently quizzed on names, dates, and other essential pieces of information. How can you remember so much material? You can use memory tricks or mnemonic devices to help you remember information. Mnemonic means 1. Assisting or intended to assist memory. Also, of or relating to mnemonics. 2. Of or relating to memory. Mnemonically is the adverb form. The origin of mnemonic from the Greek mnemonikos, meaning mindful. Popular mnemonics. One type is the use of acrostic sentences. The first letter of each word is the first letter of one of the things you have to remember. They work best if the sentence is silly or ridiculous. Get creative and have fun coming up with wild sentences. Examples: My very energetic mother just served us 9 pizzas, helps us remember. If you guess the 9 planets, when Pluto was considered a planet, in order of position from the Sun, then you are right. Acronyms. Acronyms, a word created by using the first letter of each word of the information to be recalled. These work best if the list or terms are shorter and have some vowels. Examples: HOMES, Homes, helps us recall the 5. If you guess the Great Lakes, Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior, you are right. PEMDAS, PEMDAS, in math class helps us remember the order of operations. Perform the operations in parentheses first, then exponents, then solve multiplication and division from left to right, then finally solve addition and subtraction from left to right. Rhyming is another type. Rhyming using a rhyme to remember information. Examples: in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Or I before E except after C, or in rhyming with A as a neighbor and way. Wordplay. Wordplay is the use of rhyme or other play on words to trigger recall. Example: Can you play oboe with your toe as a way of remembering the spelling of oboe? Another example, to remember how to spell separate, remember that there is a rat in the middle, S-E-P-A-R-A-T-E. Chaining. Chaining, a way to link facts by making associations between them. This can involve visualizing a series of connected images or creating a story to connect terms or concepts. Example: in remembering a grocery list, you could visualize a huge egg, which cracks open, revealing a milk carton, which breaks to reveal a jug of laundry detergent, which opens to reveal orange juice. Chunking. Chunking, making information manageable by grouping related information in smaller units. Examples: telephone numbers are easier to remember in their chunks, 202-685-5343 versus 202-685-5343. Vocabulary is often more easily learned if words are related. For example, think of chapter themes in many vocabulary books. Saddleback's phone number, 949-582-3200. Keywords. Keywords, thinking of a keyword that sounds like information you need to remember. If you meet someone named Bill, think of him eating his electric bill. If you meet someone named Robin, you think of the bird. The loci method. The loci method, associating familiar places with information. This is what you use when you retrace your steps to find something you lost, for instance, your keys. Or when learning the properties of a wave, a student wrote crest and taped the word to the ceiling of his bedroom, wrote trough and taped it to the floor, taped wavelength next to a ruler on his desk, placing frequency next to a calendar by his desk to think of number of wavelengths in a given period of time, and last taped the word amplitude, height of the wave, on his bed. Peg words. Peg words are short words that describe easy-to-visualize objects whose names rhyme with specific numbers. These are commonly used peg words to represent the first 6 numbers: bun for 1, shoe for 2, tree for 3, door for 4, hive for 5, and sticks for 6. To remember the number 23 for a quiz, you would think of a shoe on a tree. Examples of mnemonics in various disciplines. In astronomy, J-Sun, the 4 largest planets in order of decreasing size. J-Sun empty, Vanessa's M&M plate, representing the planets largest to smallest before 2006, considering Pluto a planet, use of an acrostic. Oh, be a fine girl, kiss me right now, sweetheart, another acrostic, representing the classification of stars, hottest to coolest, O, B, A, F, G, K, M, R, and S. In aviation, the Wright brothers had Glee in 1903, the use of rhyming to help us remember the date. CIGAR, the acronym CIGAR, helps us recall the checklist for takeoffs, controls, instruments, gas, altitude indicator, radio. In baseball, Chicago White's Joe foolishly gambled with mobster Rothstein, representing the players involved in the Chicago Black Sox scandal in 1919. Saccotti, Williams, Joe Jackson, Felsch, Gandil, Weaver, McMullen, and Risberg, an acrostic. In biology, the sentence, a promotion feels powerful and excellent, representing the 6 biological kingdoms, Archaebacteria, Protista, fungi, Plantae, Animalia, Eubacteria. Or in Paris men are tall, representing cell division, mitosis, interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. In chemistry, the sentence, Holly Harrington likes beer but cannot obtain food, an acrostic representing the elements 1 through 9 of the periodic table, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Or do as you oughta, add acid to water, using rhyming. Food and drink, cooking rice, waters twice, rhyming. Beer on whiskey, mighty risky, whiskey on beer, never fear, rhyming. In geography, as a fluent Norman sued Andy, Alexis evacuated the continents in order of decreasing size: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, Europe, an acrostic. I'm no wimp, representing the states bordering the Great Lakes: Illinois, Minnesota, New York, Ohio, Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, an acronym. In geology, the sentence, only silly asses in college study past midnight, representing the names of the most abundant elements in the Earth's crust in sequence by percent of total weight: oxygen, silicon, aluminum, iron, calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, again an acrostic. In music, the sentence, every good boy does fine, representing the notes on the treble clef lines. Or, good burritos don't fall apart, the notes on the bass clef lines, again, use of an acrostic. In nautical navigation, port is the term for left. They have the same number of letters, use of wordplay. Starboard is the term for right. The word has 2 R's, again, use of wordplay. The bow is the front of the ship. When you bow, you go forward, using keywords. The stern is the back. You get a stern look if you back out of your responsibility using keywords. Ready to try it out? In your history class, perhaps you need to remember all of the presidents of the United States of America after FDR, Franklin Roosevelt. Those would be numbers 33 through 44. Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush Sr., Clinton, W. Bush, Obama. Can you make a mnemonic device to easily remember these names? An example: the elephant killed John Nix and fled carrying really big Coach bags. Oh, use some acrostic and wordplay. John Nix helps you recall Johnson and Nixon. Let us try another one. Perhaps for an exam you need to remember all the countries bordering the Persian Gulf: Iran, Oman, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain. Could you think of a way to remember the countries? Use an acrostic sentence. How about a sentence illustrating the location of the countries and triggering your recall of the names? I ran onto Iraq and waited quietly for Sally Ann until an eel beckoned. Think of an upcoming test or quiz and the information you need to know. Create a mnemonic device to help trigger recall. If you want further information on aids to recall, visit the Saddleback College Reading Lab or visit the link below at Bucks County Community College, www.bucks.edu.